What's going on, everybody? It's BRX Media back with another video, and today we are going to be taking a look at my Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Elvis. So, this is, well, let's get into the general information first. So this movie was directed by Baz Luhrmann, stars Austin Butler and Tom Hanks as Elvis and Colonel Tom Parker, respectively. Was released in theaters by Warner Brothers Pictures and distributed on home media by Studio Distribution Services. As you can see, we have this nice slipcase here. I purchased this at Best Buy a few days back as it was on sale. And it's a movie I've wanted to pick up ever since I watched it back in January. I was doing a watch through of all the movies for Best Picture so I could sort of be informed and make a prediction. Side note for that, this was actually my favorite of the Best Picture nominees from 2022. And before people come after me being like, oh, you didn't like Everything Everywhere All at Once? I mean, I liked it. I liked that it did something different. But personally, it's just I couldn't relate to a lot of the things in the movie. I think that's a great movie for when you're older. Like, I'm not saying, like, you need to be geriatric when you're old. Like, you don't need to be, like, at that age. But it's a movie that I really did love the theme in it, where it was almost, you're reminiscing about life. They stretched it into 2.5 hours of just reminiscing about life. But this isn't about Everything Everywhere. Anyways, sorry, I tend to rabbit trail. But Elvis was definitely my favorite of the 2022 Best Picture nominees, Top Gun being a close second, which I have that on Blu-ray as well. Sorry. Let's take it out of the slipcase there. And now we have our Blu-ray disc. So, let's go ahead and read the back here. This epic drama explores the life and music of Elvis Presley as seen through the prism of Presley's complicated relationship with his enigmatic manager, Colonel Tom Parker. So what I'm first going to say here is this movie is, from what I can see on Letterboxd at least, it was very divisive. It clocks in at a running time of approximately 159 minutes, which is around 2.5 hours. And there are times it does start to feel like it dragged, but it definitely is worth it because I don't think they could have made this movie any shorter. Probably could have longer, yes, but definitely not shorter. Let's pop it open, take a look at some contents here. So as you can see, it comes with a couple adverts for Graceland. Comes with your digital code, which I've already redeemed, so don't try pausing the video and trying to get it. And as you can see, on the left here, we have the DVD, excuse me, and then on the right we have Blu-ray release. Let's get those little add-ons there. So I tried finding this in 4K, but Best Buy just didn't have it in stock, but I saw this version was like $10, so I just decided to go ahead and pick it up. I'll leave the slipcase over there for now. Overall, this print, I have actually not watched the Blu-ray version. Well, I have actually. I rented it from Redbox when I first watched it, so I'm going off of my memory of that print. I watched it on my PlayStation, and it ran really well. The audio is great. There are times where some of the dialogue wasn't coming in clear, and that's maybe it was just an issue with the print that they used. Maybe just the sound mixing in general was iffy, but there were times like Colonel Tom Parker would be doing a voiceover and you couldn't really understand what he was saying. I also might chalk that up to Tom Hanks putting on that accent. That was just awful. I mean, I'm sorry, I love Tom Hanks. He's, in my opinion, the greatest actor of all time, but come on. He could have done so much better for that, and it seemed like he was just trying way too hard, where, I mean, they could have also found another actor, in my opinion, instead of getting him all prosthetic up. But regardless, Austin Butler, though, definitely deserved his Best Actor nomination. I would have gone so far as to say he deserved Best Actor at the Oscars when I first watched this movie, but after watching The Whale earlier this year, I just went, no, they got it right. They got it right with Brendan. And it's one of those things, everyone knew it was going to be Brendan or Austin. It was so close to call. But I'm glad he at least got nominated. And he got the Golden Globe for this, so I think that's good too. Overall, the film's quality is very well made. Baz Luhrmann has like this very unique style. And I haven't seen, this is his only movie I've seen. But after watching trailers for his other movies, I know The Great Gatsby is one of his movies. They all sort of take on this very stylistic tone. Like, you can see this truly emphasizes, like, rock and roll culture. And this, everything is hip, flashy, but at the same time, it's it's got its rough elements, which, you know, that's just the rock and roll lifestyle. But sort of wrap this video up. I don't want these videos to be too long. This is what happens when I ramble. So you might be wondering, like, something I wondered, actually, when I did some research. This is just to help people who don't know. Studio Distribution Services is like a new joint venture between Universal and Warner Brothers that actually distributes both of their movies on DVD, as well as like the movies for Neon and a couple other companies. I think this is just a way for those companies to sort of get rid of their home entertainment divisions and just kind of, or downsize them specifically, and just have them be in charge of overseeing like what needs to be in the package. But these companies do that, release these on physical, which I'm not entirely sure the ins and outs of that, but I just thought it was different because normally it's like, you don't see this down here. This started popping up about last year. I think the earliest movie I saw this on was Nobody, which I have on Blu-ray. But overall, this is a great movie. I highly recommend it if you were interested in Elvis stuff, or if you just want to watch a good movie. Like, this is just a great movie in general. So wrapping this video up, the film is rated PG-13. There's no sex or nudity from what I can remember. I mean, there shouldn't be if it's a PG-13 movie. There is a little bit of violence. There is some drug use towards the end of the film that can be upsetting to some people because, excuse me, heavens. If you know Elvis's backstory, you'll know it's coming, and it's just very sad. And there is a lot of language in the movie, but that's to be expected since it's the rock and roll lifestyle. But anyways, that wraps this video up. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.